What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about how you should be training while you're cutting. As you guys know, I'm doing a cut right now and I get this question all the time. How should I be training? What is your split like? How much cardio do you do? You know, like how do you cut so that you don't lose your muscle, but that you lose the fat that you want to lose. Right, you guys? Right, you guys? Little doodles around the world. So I'm going to keep it short and sweet and to the point. I'm going to give you my top tips on how you should be training while you're cutting. So number one, the first thing that comes to my mind is the common misconception that people think like, oh, I'm cutting, I need to lift lighter and higher reps. Why is that such a common thought? I don't know. Because in my mind, and with my kinesiology background and everything that I've learned throughout the years, you shouldn't stop lifting heavy. If you've been lifting heavy through your bulk or through your building phase, and you start your cut and you all of a sudden, like you've built all this amazing muscle, and all of a sudden you switch from lifting like really heavy compound movements, like low reps, pushing a lot of weight, you go from that to high reps, very lightweight, different type of exercise. Your body thinks like, okay, I just built all this muscle and now I'm not lifting this heavy anymore. I don't need this muscle, and it's gonna throw it out the window. So you have to think like, put yourself in the mind of your body. I know that's kind of like an oxymoron or whatever, it doesn't make sense, but like think about it like this. Your body is always gonna be adapting to whatever you put it through. If you wanna maintain the muscle that you've built, you wanna give your body a reason to keep the muscle. I'm not saying only lift heavy. I think you should do a healthy mixture of both lightweight and heavy, but you definitely want to include those heavy sets because it's going to tell your body, hey, we need to keep this muscle that we built because we're getting put through a lot of stuff right now and we need to keep it, you know? So, dogs are just playing like crazy. Look at them. So that's the first thing that comes to my mind. So with that being said, how should you train then? I would recommend your workouts to be a mixture, like I said, of heavy compound movements, like the low reps, stuff where you could only get like 6 to 8. That's what I consider low. That's kind of like a high-low, but maybe like 4 to 8 reps. Just do at least a couple sets of those for each body part that you're exercising, just so you make sure that you keep that muscle that you've worked so hard for. Then I would, after doing like a heavy compound movement like that, like a low rep heavy movement, I would move to something that's like a more medium rep, like lighter weight, 10 to 12 reps. Do a couple exercises within that range. And then as your muscles fatigue and as you lose endurance and you know you're getting fatigued through your workout, you're gonna move on to easier and easier of exercises. Does this make sense? So my point is like, start with the hard stuff, the heavy stuff, and then throughout your workout regress to the lighter weight, easier kind of exercises. And that way you're gonna make sure that your muscles completely fatigued. Because if you are doing, I don't know, legs and you start out with something super easy, like for example, I usually always do leg extensions, you know, like the thing we go like this at the end of my workout because it's an isolation movement. Usually I'll start out with like squats and then I'll move to lunges and then I'll do those, you know, so it's like getting easier as the workout goes on. So that's how I'd recommend you kind of like create your workout. In terms of muscle splits, it's really up to you what you want to train the most of, what's your goals. Like if your goal is to shrink your upper body, then obviously don't train upper body that much, you know what I mean? Or if your goal is to like completely tone up and build your booty and like keep your booty big while you cut down, then I would recommend doing at least 2 leg days a week, probably 2 leg days, 3 leg days would be a lot. So it's really up to you how to break up your muscle groups. So, and it's up to like what your goals are and everything like that. But a basic simple one to do would be 2 leg days and then break up your upper body into the other 3 days that you're working out or something. So that would be a 5-day split. You could do push, which is chest, shoulders, triceps, all the pushing movements, and then pull. Or you could do a shoulder day by itself, like if you want a little bit of an easier day, like it's totally up to you. One thing that I do recommend also for cutting is, this is just personal preference, I like to do my cardio either separated from my workout, which means like I'll go in the morning and do my cardio and then I'll go back later and lift, or I will do my lift first and then my cardio at the end. Or if I really don't want to do that, because sometimes you're so tired by the end of your workout, you're like, ugh, I don't want to do cardio now, I'll break it up in between my workouts. So I'll do like 5 minutes of cardio as a warm-up. I'll do like the first part of my workout, I'll do like another 10 minutes of cardio, the second part of my workout, and then I'll do some more cardio. So I throw it in between my workout. That way, you're not sitting on the treadmill or the stairs for 30 minutes killing yourself and hating everything because it's such a long amount of time to be on the stairs. So you can use your cardio like strategically to make the most out of it. I feel like also when I sit on the stairs for a 30-minute period like straight, I don't go as hard as I do when I break up the cardio into little chunks. So that's another little tip of how you can burn more calories and make your cardio and your training more effective while you're cutting, because cardio is so key. It's a key factor in the cutting process. Also with the cardio, switch it up. I mean, I personally love doing HIIT cardio so much more than steady state, and I've found that doing HIIT cardio is a lot more effective for my body when I lose fat and when I cut. If you'd like to try that, I think I'm gonna make a video on different types of HIIT cardio you could do that are fun and not so boring and like, ugh, you know, because who likes cardio? It's the worst. I mean, you feel great afterwards, but it's like, oh, I hate doing it. So yeah, I would recommend doing HIIT cardio. If you've never tried it before, the way that I do it is you can do it on any cardio machine in the gym, or I guess you could do it outside, but we'll just say for the gym, for example. And the way that I like to do it is 1 minute intervals. So say you're on the stairs and I'll put it on level 9. That'll be my low interval, my low intensity number. And then I'll do a minute on level 9. And then once it gets to a minute, I'll put it on level 16 and I'll go as hard as I can for a full minute. And then once that minute's over, back to level 9. And you just go up and down each minute until you hit whatever number you're trying to get to minutes wise. So you can do that with anything. Like on the bike, you just do like a medium pace like spin for a minute, and then after that you just go freaking ham. You turn up the resistance, you pedal as hard as you can for a minute, and then back down again. And that whole the idea behind that whole concept is that you're pumping up your heart rate in intervals, and that's extremely effective for fat loss physiologically in your body. It's like very, very healthy for you actually in general. There's tons of benefits to doing HIIT cardio training, so more than just fat loss. Like, it's amazing what it does to your body internally, just for your health in general. There are benefits to like steady state longer cardio as well, but specifically for fat loss, I recommend HIIT. That's what I found most effective for myself through the various times that I've cut down, and I want to be able to share with you guys my cut this time around. I'm being super strict on myself. I know I've said I've been cutting for a while, but it just has been kind of like not very committed on my end. I've just kind of been too lenient with myself and not seeing the results that I want. So super motivated now to get back into it and be strict on myself and like really, really cut down seriously, because it's actually frustrating for me because this is the first time that I've cut down without having like a show or a photo shoot or something that I'm working towards. I'm just doing it for myself, and the fact that I in the past couple months haven't been able to really commit to it is frustrating, because it's like I should be able to motivate myself enough to get this accomplished without having something looming over my head. So I'm like frustrated at myself, but also motivating myself to get with the program here. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my top tips for how you should be training while cutting. If you have any questions, leave them below. I will come back to you guys.